All right, guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We'll be walking you through how to create a set of parallel lines. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to just drop yourself a line somewhere. Maybe it looks like that. Okay. You're also going to give yourself a point. We'll say it's right here. I probably could have done a better point. Oop. There's your line. We'll make that our point. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so the idea is I want to put a line parallel to my current line through that point, and all I can do is use circles created by this tool called a compass in order to do that. And of course, we can use a straight edge, and that would just be a ruler. So let's go ahead and first create ourselves a transversal. Okay, a transversal which goes through both our one other line and this point. It could be any line. I chose this one. It could be any line as long as it goes through that point, okay? All right, let's take our compass now. What we're going to be doing is essentially using our knowledge of corresponding angles to copy an angle from the lower line to the top to create the next line. So first thing I want you to do is to make your compass about yay big, and then go ahead and lock it. Now we'll take a hold of the black side of the marker here and just create our arc. Super important. It's important that you have the compass intersecting this line here and this line here. Okay? Now, without changing the radius of the compass, also super important, let's put the center of our compass at our new point and essentially create another arc of a circle with the same radius here. Again, make sure it crosses that line. It doesn't have to be a full circle. It can look like that. It can look like all you really need to worry about is getting it to cross that line, and then around enough. It's kind of wonky to use around enough so that you have an intersection point here. Okay. Now take your compass, unlock it, and what we're going to do is we're going to measure, in a sense, we're going to measure the distance between this point and the other point. So I have to make this larger, and we're just essentially copying, excuse me one second. Excuse me. We're going to copy that angle and get the same thing up top. So just so you see what we're doing, we're going to go ahead and make an arc there. So now I have that same length, right? That same radius, we're going to go ahead and copy up here. Now we're going to put the center of our compass here. Oops, right there. And we're going to go ahead and create that arc again. And what we've done is essentially both copied the length and angle from which we are going. We basically made corresponding angles. And as you know by the corresponding angle converse, if corresponding angles are congruent, then we have parallel lines. So let's go ahead and take our line tool here. Oop, don't worry about that. Let me go ahead and just take my ruler and set it up so that it does go through both those points, like so. Let's go through the center of my point there. And then try and put right at the intersection. That looks about right. We're not machines. And you're right, it's certainly not perfect. But if I could have gotten this line through the center of that point there and exactly through here, we would have had exactly parallel lines. You can do this with your hands and an actual compass on paper probably much better than using this wonky little tool. But it is pretty easy to use, it's pretty intuitive. What I want you to do after that is just take the marker tool and just put your name up there. Okay, and then go ahead and take a screenshot of it and then turn that in. Okay, your lines shouldn't be exactly like mine. They should be similar. So that's how you make parallel lines, parallel line construction. Please turn this in. And next we'll do the perpendicular line construction.